Hello, everyone. Welcome. I'm John, the executive producer here at Final Show Films, and I'd like to welcome you to our streams. So, you're going to notice a few changes going forward. Over the next couple of weeks, we're going to be changing up sort of the formatting of our streams and our podcasts. Rather than doing a long spiel at the beginning of each stream, we're going to have an intro like this. Well, not this particular one. I'm going to edit down a much shorter and less wordy one. And same thing with our podcasts. I just wanted to go ahead and put this one out here so you know the change is coming, and you can keep an eye out for it. We're hoping that this is going to cut down on the amount of mad rambling I do on a per stream basis, and give you more of the content you're here to see, which is the actual game, and also the content to listen to, I guess, in the case of the podcast. But just keep an eye out for it. In the meantime, remember, we are Final Show Films, and we produce a wide variety of content every day of the week. You can find out more about us on our website at finalshowfilms.com. You can also check us out on our Patreon page at patreon.com/fsfilms. I'd like to throw out a quick thank you to all of our patrons, especially our $25 tier supporters, Antitonic and Cat Waterflame. I also want to thank anybody who's watching on Twitch and who has subscribed or thrown bits our way. We appreciate that. If you like what you see, feel free to tell people and get them over here following us. We appreciate that. We appreciate all of you. And we also appreciate the folks over at 411mania.com. 411mania is a geek culture website that produces articles and content related to all sorts of geekery, including wrestling, MMA, music, movies, various other forms of entertainment, and our podcasts when I get the articles written, because I am the only writer here at Final Show Films. So, sit back, relax, and enjoy whatever stream this is. I'll have unique ones later, but bye. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Gran Terra Rebirth. I'm John, the executive producer here at Final Show Films. I've already done that bit. I'm the game master for the evening, and I've fallen into old habits already. I'm the game master for the evening, and joining me today is William.
Hi, I'm William, and I'm playing Baldrin Ironhand, Dwarven Cleric of the Forge.
And Cody.
I'm Cody. I'm playing Corbin Landis, the human Battlemaster. Battlemaster.
Battlemander.
I am the Battleman.
Salamander.
Half Battlemaster, half Salamander.
That's right.
And
I'm a
Mara.
secret slod.
Hi, I'm Mara, and I'm playing Hope, Asmar Rogue/Barbarian.
And Aaron.
Hi, I'm Erin, and I am playing Nyx, the human druid.
And Jeremy.
Hi, I'm Jeremy, and I am playing Selena, a Fire Genasi wild magic sorcerer.
And we don't have Sarah tonight. Sarah's not feeling well. Sarah is going to be missing this week and potentially the next couple of weeks as well. So, well soon, Sarah. We will see you when you get back.
Yep.
Anyways, when last we left our adventuring troop, they had just woken up from settling in at notes are scattered in places. At the Brass Tankard? Yes, the Brass Tankard.
Yarp.
For the night, where they had rested and gone about determining what their next order of operations was. The decision that they reached ultimately was that they were going to stick around Underhold and see if they can't make some more money by hunting down more of these cave dragon wormlings, doing their best, of course, to stay clear of whatever parent figure that they might have with them.
Because we don't have survival instinct.
No,
because we
into
need
that. That's
gold.
The survival instinct.
If we're gonna stay at fancy taverns, we need gold.
The way you said that, I just thought of, I love gold.
Bronze
I
Tankard.
take full credit for that diversion, John.
It's okay. Let me find my notes. During the night, prior to waking up, it became evident that Five had gone on a little bit of a shopping spree using money from Hope's bag, because Hope was keeping an eye on Five. In the morning, when they got back, Five had bought some very interesting, noble-looking attire that probably didn't fit with probably didn't gel quite with the image that the group itself was trying to maintain, and so there was potentially some intent there to return that, but that was probably foiled when 5 lit one of the gloves on fire. And so
we can't get that back.
with some money spent, some new clothes bought, and breakfast being had, we pick back up with our team as they're sitting at the table.
I believe a skull was also boiled.
And yes, there was also a boiled skull, but that was in your room.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope that's not on the table.
Bet it smells great in there.
Got that window open. I don't care.
Window open in an underground city.
Yep, everybody can. I'm sharing. I'm sharing the smell with everybody. It'll stick around for a while.
So, how exactly, other than just wandering like idiots back down to where we just were, are we going to try and find another one of these to kill? Or did I just lay out our plan?
That's
Well-
really
Yeah.
close.
I had a thought on that. One of the spells I can cast allows me to create a moderately sized seismic disruption that could probably attract the attention of such a creature.
Define moderately sized, because I don't want to.
It's not
Cause
going
something
to
that's
cause
gonna
a
draw
cave in.
something
It's
bigger.
not that powerful.
Yeah, but
Give me a second.
what Hope said, if it's too big, the little ones will run away and the big one will show up. And that's the one
I
thing
say we just
don't
take a
want.
10-foot pole and start knocking on the walls again.
That size. The size I just put.
I could have
Oh,
sworn
wait.
I disabled the chat background beep, but apparently I didn't.
It is a 10-foot radius.
So you still have to be close. Those things they come out fast.
I mean, it's not the worst
Yes,
option
it's a
in
10
the world,
first-
though.
It's a 10-foot radius around me, but it would
Okay, so
allow.
it'll bite you. It's good.
But I could
like
do
this
that
plan.
and then transform into a shape where I would have some additional health. And that would allow us to choose the place of the encounter.
Okay.
Honestly, I don't think that in terms of size compared to like mining and dynamite, I don't think that's going to be big enough to lure the larger one in.
It seems small enough.
What's dynamite?
I mean, that's a better option than anything I've got.
The fantasy equivalent of dynamite.
That would be dynamite.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So we do that, and then make sure it doesn't go back in the. We have to trap it out from the wall.
Well, I think
Otherwise
if
they
it's
just-
got something, I was just thinking if it's big enough to go after something that would make that big of a, I don't know, shake in the ground, it'd be big enough to handle one or two or all of us by itself.
We're going after something we've fought before. We
Yeah,
know
no.
how big it is.
Yeah. Assuming a
saying
little
the-
one shows
The
up to
boom
that.
you're making.
Yeah.
Well, if it's a big one, we're all dead anyway. So
Well, let's
It's the
try
big
to
one.
avoid
It's even
that
more
then.
important that we choose where we fight.
you're right. No, I agree with that.
I can do this.
I'm down.
All
Yeah,
right.
fuck it, why not?
So I think we should try and get it out in a bigger tunnel so that, squishy caster people can stay far back. Point
I
at Celine.
support that.
And then just hit it a
They'll also
bunch.
be the first ones out of the area as soon as shit hits the fan. But that's fine. Yeah, that works.
All right, I'm gonna start heading down because I am not taking that elevator again.
So Hope stands up and walks out of the building.
Yep,
Where are you going?
I'm headed down on the stairs,
There are no
like I
stairs.
said.
You mean the ladder?
There's a
The
ladder.
ladders. Yep,
Okay.
because I'm not heavily injured anymore.
I will follow.
Well, I suppose we should get going then.
I head to the elevator.
I grab all my stuff and head out.
Five, come along, try and be safe.
5. Alright,
Where the fuck did she get those clothes?
5.
I don't know. I'm not going to question it.
I don't know, but I love them, and we must get more.
5. So, who's
Make your
going,
own clothes.
who's going to the
That's
elevator and who's going
Elevator.
to the ladder?
I think everybody but Hope is
Elevator.
going to
Everyone
the
but me
elevator.
is doing the elevator.
Alright.
Oh yeah.
So Hope, you're directed to the ladders pretty easily. I need you to make me an athletics check.
Okay.
Everyone else, you ride the elevator down.
That's
Does
a
it-
7.
Does it go bad this time?
So, no, you're fine. They've already fixed the fault that caused the initial snap. So Hope you start climbing.
Mhm.
And climbing.
Mhm.
Climbing.
Mhm.
And climbing. And climbing.
Uh,
Another athletics check.
okay.
Is it like a recessed part where like eventually we'll come down near and we'll just see her climbing down?
No, you don't. The tunnels are isolated in like sort of chimneys, sort of naturally found or carved out chimneys. And the elevator is in a blasted out hole that was specifically designed to be an elevator.
Yeah.
So you guys, after about 15 minutes, you guys back on level 27. Hope, after about 15 minutes, you get off the ladder onto like a tunnel. It's sort of like a tunnel platform. This is where it sort of stopped. And you walk down to where the tunnel terminates and find another ladder. Give me another athletics check.
Okay. That's a 21 that time.
All right, so you're keeping pretty good grip on the ladder, and you're getting a little tired.
Mhm.
You're not sure how much farther you've got to go. You know you've been climbing for about 15 minutes, but you keep going. The rest of you, you're on the level 27. Are you waiting for Mara? Are you waiting for Hope, or are you moving on to do whatever?
Waiting for Hope.
Yeah.
Okay. Another 15 minutes passes. Hope, I need another athletics check.
Okay. 4.
All right, you're starting to slow down.
Mhm.
You've been climbing for about a half an hour now, and this particular ladder is pretty long. Like you've already been climbing for 15 minutes. It took about 15 minutes to get to the end of the first ladder. This one, you can't see the bottom of it yet, and so you sort of like cling to the ladder for a minute, breathe. Okay. All right, and another 15 minutes passes. Give me another athletics check. This one with disadvantage.
Okay.
At
You're
this
starting to get
point, I
tired.
probably start to get a little worried.
It's been about 45 minutes since you guys last saw Hope.
Is there a dwarf nearby?
That's an 8.
Yeah, there's a couple doors wandering around.
I'll walk to the nearest one and say, how long does it normally take if someone was to climb the ladders up or down? Does that normally take?
Well, the ladders are only typically used in emergencies. Last time we had someone climb all the way from the bottom to the top was about 10 years ago. Of course, there were about 7 less levels at that point in time. Took them about... I mean, accounting for the fact that, we're, not the tallest of people, but it took us about 2 hours.
And Celia just starts laughing uproariously.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, all right then. Has anybody got cards?
Meanwhile, Hope, you're just sort of clinging to the ladder at this point. You're tired. You can't see the bottom.
Okay.
Your muscles are all burning. Like, you have a point of exhaustion now. As you
Okay.
climb down. And you start thinking, you're thinking to yourself, climbing down seems like it'd be easier because you're going with gravity, but then you realize that you're also holding yourself up against gravity. It's less going with gravity and more slowly fighting gravity. Another 15 minutes passes and you get to the bottom of this one. You're on a plateau. There's a couple of off corridors, and then there's also a corridor that heads down to where another ladder is.
I go and go up the corridor to where I think people might be.
Yeah, you sort of, you're sore and your muscles are sort of aching. You turn the corner and come out into a long tunnel, and as you step out, a mining cart just flies past you, and it just blows your hair around as it goes past. And
a breeze. Okay, that's better.
look down, and there's a cart track in front of you. A mining cart just went to your right.
Hey, anyone?
Anyone?
Anyone at all?
Anyone at all? Another mining cart just passed.
This may have been a bad idea. I crossed the track.
Give me a dexterity acrobatics check with disadvantage because you are exhausted.
Okay. This is how I die. Squash my mining cart. Yeah, that's a 3.
You sort of wait and start walking, and you're about halfway across the track when you hear you just go sprawling off in one direction as you get smacked by a mining cart. Taking 14 points of bludgeoning damage as you just get thrown into a wall.
Ow.
You
I
notice,
love
you did
that the
notice
rogue Barian.
you did notice that there wasn't anybody on the mining cart. It seemed to be autonomous.
Okay.
I love that the rogue Barian has no dex.
No, I have terrible decks.
How long can I stay in wild shape? Let me check real quick. Sorry.
It's been about
I have the sneaking suspicion that there's no one on this level. So,
Half your druid level in hours.
As to everyone else, it's been about an hour now.
After about an hour, Nyx is a little antsy, and let me just check. I think I can.
So, Hope, you are on the other side of the rails now, by the way.
okay, I'm going to keep going forward then.
All right, it's a wall. You have left and right that you can go.
Okay. Right.
All right, so you're going to follow the mining carts. All right, so you start trudging along. So what are you doing next?
Okay. Yeah, I can. So with spider climb, could I go? Spider climb is like difficult surfaces and upside down is fine.
Yeah.
could I feasibly like climb the ladder and the sides of it with spider climb?
Yeah, you wouldn't have to worry about like with spider
Okay.
climbing. You're not climbing the ladder; you're walking up it, so it's not difficult at that point.
Nyx is going to take off his cloak, hand it to probably Selena. Give this back to me after I transform. I don't want anyone thinking I'm a spider and trying to kill me.
Okay.
Turns into a spider and starts climbing, or waits for...
Wait for Selena to attach a cloak around your neck, which is kind of disturbing, probably.
So-
Attach it somewhere so it's clear that I'm a transformed person.
So Nyx hands you his cloak, and then turns into a giant spider,
Giant wolf spider.
a giant hairy spider.
I don't know how you put a spot, but I will do so.
How do you
So-
put a cloak on
so
a
you
spider?
sort of- how do you want to cloak this? So you
Like, reach around.
you sort of get around to like the side, throw it over, and then
Maybe they.
like snap it on like a
the longest set
mandible.
of arms
Yeah,
around basically, yeah.
Yeah.
it's with a cloak, which, yeah, that won't get people to attack you
Yeah.
at all.
and you sort of stand back and look.
They'll
at your
just think that
handiwork.
it's a
The plan
semi-intelligent,
is to make myself
stylish
not
spider.
look like a typical spider and cause thought.
No, for real.
It's not a good plan, but it's the plan. And I can maintain this form for 2 hours, and the rules seem to indicate I have a sense of how long that is.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna start climbing, try and look for any signs.
So yeah, you head towards the ladder, and the dwarves sort of look at you like, "What the fuck is that?" Spider with a
stops, waves an arm.
Like one of the back legs waves back.
I didn't think I'd had that much mead this morning, but he sort of like gathers himself. He sort of looks down
Don't
and
drink in mine.
thinks about it for a minute. Yeah, you start climbing. Meanwhile, Hope, after about 20 minutes of walking, you find yourself back at the elevator shaft. And
Does it have an indicator what level I'm on?
you are on level 10.
Level what?
10.
My internet cut out. 10
10.
out of 27.
And there are a couple of dwarves sort of organizing mine carts there around the elevator.
Okay, it's 10, and presumably they started numbering from... Oh, no, they'd start numbering from the top. Dang it. Shit. Shit. I pressed the button.
Oh, there's no button to press. It's just a
Oh,
form
there's
in
no
there.
button. How do you get this thing to go?
You ask a foreman.
I asked just the air around me.
Are you lost, lass? Go on,
Yes,
what's
I
happening?
need to get on the elevator to go down to the bottom floor.
You tried to climb.
Yes.
Yeah, every once in a while we'll get an adventurer trying to climb. He goes over, pulls a rope. Give it a minute. Those of you on the
Thanks.
bottom floor, I mean, the elevator's been going up and down. So
Selena is still laughing.
Yeah.
This is still funny.
If I don't find anything in about an hour, I'll turn back, but
So are you keeping track of how many floors you're going up? Or are you just sort of looking for signs of hope?
I'm looking for signs of hope, but I'm also trying to keep track of like the exits, because if Hope left the elevator, she would have put like a sign down so we'd know.
Obviously, yeah.
Why would I do that?
So yeah, you're making a little bit better time than other people would, because you don't have to tink 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 tink. So you just skitter up the ladder. It goes for a while. You're sort of thinking to yourself, as this is a really long ladder. Just as it goes, it takes you about 10 minutes to get up. You find a ledge. It's sort of a tunnel. You follow out. There's a door off to the left. No markings there that anybody might have gone off, but there's a ladder further down.
Mm-hmm.
You go down, hit
Yeah.
the ladder. keep going up. You do this a few times. You realize suddenly that there's not an exit on every floor. Sometimes the ladder just keeps going. You imagine that potentially there are many ladders. Some of them, not all of them, go to every floor. They probably are just used as they discover new chutes. So you go up, find a floor, exit, nothing, no sign, ladder, got the ladder. Another exit, no sign, ladder, got the ladder. About 15 minutes later, those of you on the 27th floor, you see the elevator come back down and Hope is sitting on it.
Yep, sitting on the floor. I stand up. I head over.
It just starts back up.
My legs are all shaky.
You've had enough time to. I'll say you've had a short rest there, Hope, so you can spend hit dice if you want. And we'll say that the exhaustion you incurred from the climbing has gone away.
Sweet.
So you can spend hit dice to recover from your mining cart accident if you'd like.
All right.
That's funny. How far did you get?
I don't want to talk
It
about it.
really sucked for you to come down on that thing.
No, the problem is, do any of you have a way of contacting a friend?
No, isn't that a cleric thing?
Nope.
Not
I'll be
one
back.
that I have access to at the moment.
Yeah. They'll be back. They're not going to go all the way to the top and then come back down.
So about 30 minutes, Nix, you're still climbing, and you haven't found any sign of Hope.
I'm gonna go for another 30
Alright.
because I'm really worried at this point.
You continue
Yeah.
climbing for another 30 minutes. Let's see, it takes you actually about half the amount of time to climb as it does everybody else. So you actually come out at the top floor again. And you have,
Okay.
so you're
Well, in that case,
top floor.
I love dramatic irony.
No sign of Hope anywhere.
she
Maybe
must have gotten down a different way. He'll transform back into a human and use the elevator to get back down
Another
because that's presumably faster.
another 15 minutes or so, and the elevator comes back down with Nix on it.
Oh,
Found
you're
her.
okay. Okay, good.
I find
Also,
this
when I
entire
turn into a
situation to be
spider, I can do that climb in like an hour and a half. Wait, no, not even. 45 minutes?
An hour.
Roughly an hour.
The advantage of not having to worry about falling.
Not having to worry about falling. And a 40-foot climbing speed.
As opposed to a 15-foot climbing speed.
Yeah.
Alright, so you are
No,
all...
a thief rogue could make it in about an hour and 15 minutes because second story work is your climb speed is your move speed.
Yep. So everyone has now gotten together.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Let's kill things, please.
You all right?
Yes, I'm fine.
If you say so.
5. 5 holds the other glove out to you.
No, I
they
don't
want a
want
duel.
it.
5 lights it on fire.
All right. This is. Its deposit's already gone, so. Eventually, she's just gonna set all of her clothes on fire, and we'll have to buy a whole new set. So. Let's go make noise in a tunnel.
Let's go do that.
Have we figured out where we want to set that up?
I think in.
Well, the tunnel that they're already in is already unused because they're still there.
Okay.
So, I mean, literally going back to the same spot and making
Survival
a whole
to
bunch of
find
noise.
an optimal part of the tunnel? Maybe? Sorry.
As,
I'd say close to the entrance as possible. That way we don't have as far to run when this all goes south. Also, that gives us more space to move around it versus going further in where it narrows.
Yeah. About a quarter of the way down then.
Yep, sounds good.
Right?
Yeah.
So you guys head down to that tunnel?
Yep.
Mhm.
So you start walking down the minecart, along the minecart rails, seeing some going back and forth. Make me perception checks, everyone, that's going down the mining tunnel.
Near Blam. 14.
Oh,
Chip,
13.
No, sorry, that's Nick's.
24.
13.
Perception 5.
Selena, you're still laughing about this whole
Yes.
Scooby-Doo shit that just happened.
I mean, in my defense, it's really fucking funny.
It is.
Everyone else, with Selena chortling off to one side as you guys walk, you notice that seems to be an increase in activity right now. There's more mining carts coming back and forth than there was yesterday. And as you guys get down to those last 3 tunnels that were indicated as sort of the hunting grounds, you notice the one that you had been in previously, tunnel number 5, or sorry, tunnel number 15. Tunnel number 15 seems to have collapsed. And there's actually dwarves sort of excavating rubble when you get there.
What happened?
Yeah. When did this happen?
I'm going to take a wild guess and say the boring from these creatures caused a collapse.
Hey, correct. Yeah, there's we sent some folks down to scout out after some adventurers got done killing a couple of worms, and it seems like the place had been made pretty much into Swiss cheese, and a couple of folks almost had the whole roof of the cave system come down on them.
This is the problem, you see, with these creatures in our tunnels. I say to the rest of the group, the more they burrow around, the more dangerous it gets for us because they'd wear down the integrity.
Hey, it's hard to keep up with the roof
That
when
also
the
be
roof falls
risky
apart.
for them.
No, worms
What was
just
that?
dig right through it.
Oh. So falling rocks don't hurt worms. Okay.
You can't.
I shouldn't use that spell then.
You can't crush a creature that lives in the thing you're trying to crush them with. Although I would dearly love someone to try to crush me with some mead. Some beer. Oh, nice. Yeah, yeah. Goes back to pulling away rocks.
We should go in
they-
a tunnel far away then. Far
Have
away from
they
this
showed
one.
up in another tunnel yet?
Aye, those
Near
two.
another-
Points
Those
over
two
to
still?
the other two that, yeah.
Okay. So yeah, we should just pick one of them then. Make some noise and
Just keep your eyes open, because that, I say, pointing back to the pile of rubble, could happen at any point.
Ting, pum, ting, pum, ting, pum.
that's why we're only going a quarter of the way in.
And that's why
All right.
I would like to make intelligence checks to inspect the durability of the stone as we get further in.
Good plan.
I'm a dwarf.
So, you guys head in. So, you say a quarter of the way. How far are you walking in? These tunnels go for a while.
Like what, 50, 60 feet? Or like 120 feet, something like that.
A speed where a
About
like a
100.
dash or two can get us out. Or like a dash, honestly.
Okay.
Into the main area.
Like 60 feet down a tunnel is pretty far.
Yeah.
Roughly 50 with the dwarf.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. 50 sounds good.
Right, so, yeah,
Okay.
you guys walk about 50, measure your steps and go about 50 feet down the tunnel. You can still see and hear the activity behind
Right.
you.
How do these tunnels look?
Everyone stand at least 10 feet back from me, and everyone be ready to attack, because whatever's coming will probably come when I do it.
Are you going to go against the wall or in the middle?
Give me an
I was going to do the middle to make it more exposed.
My stone cunning check,
Yeah, give me a stone cunning check, which will be
Alright.
intelligence.
intelligence history.
Yeah, history on this one.
And this will be adding an extra 2 for my double proficiency.
Yep.
So that'll be natural 20, makes that
25.
25.
The stone here is
Nice.
solid. It's mostly sort of granite. And you sort of like while Nick's sort of preparing the thing, you sort of reach down. This is solid. There's no swish. There's no like.
No boreholes.
No boreholes. Anything nearby.
Well, I haven't started to dig through here yet, I say as we walk forward.
Should we try it
Okay.
here, or do we want to spend it somewhere else?
I mean, if they haven't dug through here, probably not.
Okay.
Anyone that wants can give me a history check
Okay.
with advantage because it wasn't that long ago.
Okay.
15.
7.
For the record, one of those was a 1.
15.
22.
So Selena,
18.
Nix, Hope, and Boldrin all recall that the dragons that you're hunting were themselves. They weren't boring. They were hunting the worms.
Yeah.
The worms were the things that were boring around and making Swiss cheese of the place. So you imagine that if you're wanting to hunt the dragons, you probably want to find where the worms have been, rather than trying to lure them to you.
All right.
Sort of like as Boldrin makes that statement, sort of takes
Okay.
that information back in your mind.
But we still want to lure them to come out where we want them to come out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's
But
just
you
going to be a
Okay.
lot easier if the worms are already there.
So, I guess we keep going.
A little further in, and at the very least, this is safe from collapse, so if we need to retreat, we won't have to worry about the caves falling in on us here.
Valid point.
So
All right.
you're gonna go. So here's the question: are you going a set amount of distance, or are you going to go until you detect boreholes?
As far as I'm concerned, I'm going to go until I start seeing the boreholes, yeah.
Yeah,
that
until
sounds
we
everybody.
detect boreholes, but probably, given how quickly they jumped on us last time, keeping the distances
Mhm.
between front group and back group.
Yeah. So go ahead and give me perception checks, everybody. Just normal, no advantage.
Perception.
One moment.
15.
21!
13.
Doing good today.
22.
All right. So yeah, you guys go.
One sec. Sorry.
Alright.
Perception, not advantage. 14.
Yeah. So we got 13, 15, 12, 22, and 14. Yeah. So you all sort of keeping your eyes open.
21.
Paying attention. 21, yeah, and 22. Anyway. You're all sort of paying attention and keeping an eye out for those telltale signs of boreholes that you have seen previously. And it takes a while. It's a lot further down than it was in the previous tunnel. And Baldrin, you're sort of occasionally just stopping and tapping the stone. Yeah, still solid. Yeah, still solid. And as you guys go, eventually the tunnel sort of tightens up. You're getting into more of a rough tunnel than previously. It seems like where they haven't excavated it quite as wide as they have the earlier tunnel. This one's far more natural, and it's roughly about here when you start finding those signs of weakened earth and the occasional borehole in the wall.
What's the dimensions?
Okay.
As opposed to the previous tunnel where it was much wider, this one you're standing in now is only about 60 feet wide.
Okay.
Everybody get ready.
1 second.
I'm going to
And-
stand in the center.
I look around. You and you will be... Yes. So I cast Protection from Poison on our Barbarian and our Fighter.
Right?
Okay.
You have had poison protection applied. What does that do? What does that spell do?
You have advantage on saves against poison and resistance to poison damage for the next hour.
All right.
Sweet.
So
Thank you.
they've been protected against poison. You all sort of spread yourselves out. I'm going to move you to a page so you can sort of organize yourselves before you.
Let's put the spell card in just for the sake of it.
So you can position yourselves as you want. 5 is sort of staying back a little bit further.
Yeah,
And which
Selena
way
is
do we
also
come-
staying back because, long range shit.
I'm putting Earth Tremor in.
Where is... Nah, I need to stay within 60 feet. Oh, yeah, I'm fine.
And I don't need it on myself because I'm naturally resistant to poison.
I will actually...
So everyone stay 10 feet away from me. So Wildren and Hope will need to back up before I do it.
Yep.
Well, everyone essentially holding your action. Everybody ready? Holding your actions? Whatever.
Basically. I am holding my cannon.
Chaos Bolt charged.
I preemptively go into a rage.
Actually, no, Eldritch Blast charged, because that way, if it doesn't come up, I don't waste a spell slot.
Okay. Waiting. Hope psychs herself up. Sort of pulls out your weapons, reverses them, so just sort of smacks yourself in the chest with the hilts, and just sort of feels that blood pumping.
Let's do this.
I just get my spear out and start stretching.
All right.
You look silly.
Hey, I don't want to pull anything.
I'm just
Action
holding
for
my
Earth
weapon.
Tremor.
Okay. Eric, you scoot a little bit on the roll 20 page. It's hard to see. Yeah, there you go.
Sorry.
All right. Earth tremor. So you cause a tremor in the air. You cause a tremor in the ground in a 10-foot radius. Each creature other than you in that area must make a dexterity saving throw. You're not near anybody. They'll say la la la. So yeah. So Nyx focuses and pushes this energy down, and then you all hear the ground just rumble.
And if I have another action, I'm turning into an ape, but I don't know if I will have time.
Right now, you just have the one action. So
Okay.
the earth tremor happens first, and then rocks start to fall off the walls. Just a bit of rubble starts to collect. The earth tremor dies down. Silence.
I'm gonna get down on my hands and knees and put my ear to the ground to see if I can hear anything.
Your perception check.
I turn into an ape.
All right, Nyx turns
5.
into
I
an
should
ape.
also do that. Actually,
This
no,
dirt's
I thought
real
about it.
soft.
You don't. You put your ear to the ground. You don't hear anything right now. Not immediately.
Yeah.
I do the same.
I re-prepare and get ready to blast Eldritch Blast. I can do this all day.
I
don't think it worked.
Yeah, I also wanted to see if I could hear anything.
Is it a large ape or a medium ape, Nyx?
I can only. I don't think large ape is within my challenge rating.
All right. Well,
Break, babe.
If large ape is a separate creature,
I have no.
it's
idea.
medium sized. Medium sized
Medium-sized?
beast, unaligned, 19 hit points.
All right, you have an ape, which you should be able to control and modify.
Cool.
What'd you get on your roll, William?
23.
You lean down and you don't hear anything at first. Then after a while, you hear the faint telltale ticking of spiked feet crawling
Here they
through
come.
walls. After another moment, it gets louder. Everyone starts to sort of hears earth parting. You
I ready the cannon shot.
I stomp on the floor.
moves a little faster. You're starting to hear rumbling and sort of grinding underneath your feet. The rubble that fell previously starts sort of grinding away. And then
I got my spear ready.
a little further ways away from you, roughly,
Directly under me, right?
No, roughly about 20 feet away from Nyx, the ground just erupts upward, and you see two of these small serpent rock dragon-like creatures sort of climb up out of the ground, their leathery bat-like wings spreading behind them as they rise. Yeah, and all your held actions go off.
Okay.
all right.
I need to check, and I'm pretty sure I'm because Eldritch Blast is like 120 feet, right? Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm fine. See, who do I have a better shot at? That one. So mine is hitting the one on the left,
All right.
because otherwise I might shoot Corbin.
Take that chance. Take the shot.
23
23 hits. Roll damage.
for 6 force damage.
All right. So yeah. So these things erupt from the ground, and Selena's, and this bolt of eldritch energy rips past the group and smacks into one.
I will also fire mine at the same target, which will
Alright.
be a dabber. Character sheet. Stop that. 8 bludgeoning, piercing damage from the Sagebreaker cannon.
All right. So yeah. Then Boldrin.
Sorry, it didn't include the dex save there. It's a flat 13 dex save for half damage.
Yep.
For half damage.
And this he just sets this maul down the ground. A compartment flips out on the other end of it, lights this fuse, and you guys suddenly realize that he's done something weird to this maul. As it hits the ground, and then an explosion rocks the tunnel. It sort of deafens all of you for a moment as this bright flash of light lights up the place, and a cannonball smashes into the ground, aimed between the two of them.
It was actually aimed. Oh, I forgot. It does hit an area of effect, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's a 5.
Yeah.
Foot,
So
it's
yeah,
a 5 foot
right,
radius.
right between the two of them. Yeah.
So yeah, hit the ground between the two of them. Let's see if they make their attack saves. They probably don't. DC 13, you said?
Yeah. DC is 13. I'd forgotten to check the box, but yeah.
Actually, no. On a 19, they make the save. So the
4 damage.
The,
To each of them.
Yeah, the cannonball explodes. Shrapnel flies everywhere, but it doesn't look like a lot of it caught onto them. And anybody else have a held action?
Yeah, I had a rock attack. Apparently, that's what it is.
So you pick up a chunk of rubble and fling it.
Keep forgetting that I don't.
That's a natural
I don't
what?
have to worry about. Yeah, that is.
You fling it, and it ping, ding, 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 just sort of flies and hits a wall.
And I slice my hand open so that my rage keeps up with my short sword.
Yeah, so you slice it, you take 1 point of damage.
Okay.
You sort of inflict 1 point of damage on yourself and keep that rage up.
Yep.
And at this point, we're going to have everyone roll initiative.
Yeah, my spear is just set to receive a charge.
All right.
Initiative.
Oh, I got a mark. Aaron's
I got a 10.
6. I knew I was going to have a low roll at some point. Good thing it was on my initiative and not 8.
And it
8.
didn't put me on the tracker.
Because I don't have a character token, it probably won't put me on, but
Also a 6.
No, the ape is your character token currently.
oh, okay.
Yeah, if you select the ape and hit it, it'll...
Sorry, I need to edit that now.
That's fine. I need to grab these things.
I guess I could just roll it and put my first initiative again. 10.
All right. Well, blam. I believe that's the same roll that they had previously. All right.
They're rolling 1d0 plus 2.
Yeah. No, they're rolling 1d.
Yeah, no, I was just making a joke. If it's
1D
the same thing
no,
that they rolled
1d20
last
plus
time.
1. All right. That makes it. Let me adjust. Descending down. That makes it Nyx's turn first.
Okay. I'm still going to keep my range because I can and because Corbin's got a light. So another rock attack.
All right.
Also, I need to check something real quick. Nope.
Get dark in a second.
I can only make one ranged attack.
So you pick up another chunk of rubble
Yes!
and throw it
Nice.
Damn.
with a natural 20.
That makes up for the one.
Yeah.
The natural 20 hits. Roll damage on the rock. Roll critical damage
Okay,
on the
I'm
rock.
just gonna roll it as 2d6 because I get double dice.
Yep.
11.
11 points of damage. I'm assuming you're hitting the same one that that Selena fired at.
I have to hit this one because the other one is at it's a 25-foot
Yeah. Okay.
attack.
So
So
yeah.
I have to.
Wha-bam! Rock flies out, hits the wormling. Corbin.
Okay, 1 second. I gotta look up the rules on something real quick that I might do. I was hoping maybe that turn would take longer. I am going to run forward and stab at this thing with my spear. I'm gonna hoplite, jump up, and whoocha!
All right.
Maybe.
Make that attack.
18.
All right. An 18 will hit.
Okay. And yeah, let's see. 12 piercing damage.
All right. 12 damage to it. You guys are doing much better this time than you were last time.
And then bonus action, that's what I was looking for. Where is it? Shoving. It's weird. 195.
Oh, do you have the capacity to
Yes.
shove with the bonus action?
Yeah, because I have Shield Master.
Yes. It is a
Shoving
fun
your
thing.
creature. So,
I believe it's opposed athletics checks, and if you succeed, you can push them 5 feet.
yep.
All right. Give me an athletics check.
I can either knock it prone or push it 5 feet. So, 10.
11.
Damn it.
Close.
Very close. Yeah,
Yep.
you stab into it with your spear and try to sort of wrestle it out of the way, and it just sort of, but it's still there.
All right.
That makes it Hope's turn.
All right, I'm gonna run up to this one, and using my bonus action, Eye for Detail, I make an insight check opposed by its charisma, a deception check,
Mhm.
to see if I get a decipher its tactics. So
All right.
I would
Natural
love
20.
to know how this thing rolls a charisma deception check.
It rolls a 10 is what it rolls.
yeah,
It seems like it wants to eat you.
uh-huh.
It's hard to it's
Go figure.
it's hard to read not sentient creature or not quite sentient creatures. These wormlings are a little too young to be as intelligent as their adult selves may be. You also don't know how intelligent an adult cave dragon gets. But this one doesn't seem to be it seems like it behaves more on instinct than tactics.
Guys,
All right.
we're killing
Sweet.
toddlers.
Yeah. Oh, it's a baby. All right, I'm gonna swing my scimitar then, and I get sneak attack on it
All right.
if I hit. 14?
14 misses.
Dang it.
You swing and it just sort of you swing and it slithers out of the way, and the scimitar skips off the scales of the creature.
All right, and that's my turn.
All right. That then makes it Selena's turn.
All right, so everybody.
I'm going to assume that Selena has more decks than I do.
Probably. I've got a +2, 14.
I also have 14. Never mind then.
Well,
Hey.
you both go at the same time.
All right.
All right.
Mine's really simple. So
So the one that I fired at first seems to be getting focused, and Corbin will probably need some help. So I'm changing tactics, or changing targets, not necessarily tactics. And I will fire a chaos bolt at this one over here.
Okay.
But I'm guessing a 10's gonna miss
No,
it.
no, 10 misses. So, and it just ducks underneath it as it skips past and hits the ground.
Yes, it does. And I don't have anything bonus actiony except for my misuse step, but I'm not using that.
Get closer.
I will. That is the plan. I will go there.
Alright.
And that's my turn.
All right. Baldrin.
All right, and then so my action is going to be reloading the cannon,
Okay.
and my bonus action is going to be using my last second level spell slot and casting spiritual weapon.
Okay. So you create your spiritual weapon, which I should really make a token for this sometime, rather than just going and finding a...
Considering how regularly I use it.
Yeah, I probably should.
Yeah, it's useful.
It's a
I do it
Cleric
for Edwin.
Well, for now, I'm just going to make this something you can control and play with. There you go. It's yours.
Alright.
Have fun.
I'm gonna plant it here and swing at the one that Corbin is going after.
All right.
Hopefully flank with my spiritual weapon.
Yep, you get to flank. It does flank.
Yeah, that's a 24.
24 hits. Roll damage.
8 force damage.
All right. So at this point, you all notice a rumbling.
God damn it!
You all notice a much louder rumbling than previously.
Motherfucker!
It is, however, different from the rumbling that the cave dragons make. Rather than sort of
It's not the skittering noise.
rather than sort of a skittering within rock noise, it sounds like an avalanche but below your feet.
God.
I believe that's
I
I'm gonna
need-
sing the song of my people called
I need
Nope.
Corbin to make me a dexterity save.
I get to add my AC or my shield
Your
bonus.
shield bonus. Yeah.
Because
Uh,
it may
The
be
noble
important
man.
soon. Which way is out of the cave?
North.
Yeah.
Up.
Okay, good.
So
He was
dex
a noble
save.
man, a proud man,
Yeah,
and much
dexterity
like
save.
the rest of us who came down here, a stupid man.
+2, so 8.
So yeah, no. The ground underneath Corbin and the two wormlings collapses as a massive stone worm erupts from the ground. This dusky, rocky color. You could almost mistake it for being similar to the cave dragons, except it is distinctly not draconic. It is nothing but worm. As this massive, what Baldrin recognizes as a mama rockworm,
Well then.
erupts from the ground underneath, instantly devouring the two cave dragons and throwing Corbin to the ground, as Corbin takes
7,000 damage.
I can take half damage
you
by
take
interposing my shield.
You take 16 bludgeoning damage as this thing just blasts up from underneath you, swallowing the two cave dragons, who are now gone. Hang on. Ba-bam. Ba-bam. And just erupts onto the field. It then looks down and sees prey, other than the two things it just ate, and its body sort of extrudes further from the ground and whips out at Hope.
Probably hits.
Shield Master is
Does an
already
18
paying
hit
off.
you?
Yep.
All right. So this massive rocky flesh creature smacks into you and then wraps around,
Oh, God.
coiling you up within it, as you take 10 points of bludgeoning damage and are currently grappled by the worm. And that makes it Nyx's turn.
Okay. Question. Are Corbin and I flanking?
Corbin is technically flanking currently, yes. Hope is not.
Okay.
Alright, let me fix this real quick. That to the front. There we go. Boom.
Oh, okay. The worm was in slightly different place than I thought it was. Sorry. Well, then I'm moving down here. I don't have a better option. And I can't call for people to run. Apes cannot speak. And I can make 2 fist attacks.
Make those 2 fist
Punch,
attacks.
punch.
At advantage.
Okay, so quick question for the DM. If I fire my cannon, I'm assuming if I hit the front of this thing's hide, it'll detonate and not hit the people that are right adjacent to it because it's too big.
20?
The people that are adjacent to it, no. The people that it currently is holding, maybe. 20 hits.
I mean,
Okay.
the good news is bigger things usually have lower armor classes.
It's true.
No, I was gonna say if 20 doesn't hit, we're screwed.
If 20 doesn't hit, fuck y'all. I'm out of here.
You are flanking with Corbin currently, so you can get advantage on
Oh.
Yeah. Fish
Sorry.
for that crit.
that. Nope, 20 hits
20.
though. So go ahead and roll your punch.
7.
So yeah, Ape Nyx, wham, just slams a fist into it.
Okay.
And the
Second attack. 18.
18 hits, and again, just starts drumming on the worm.
Or
For
minimum
7
damage.
and 4 damage. Alright, Corbin. You just
I'm
got
gonna yell
knocked
for.
off your feet.
Yeah. Was lucky enough to get my shield in the way a little bit to lessen the damage. So, was I knocked prone or anything?
Yes.
Okay, so I'll stand up. I'll tell everybody to keep their distance. And as my bonus action, I'm going to...
Tell all the ranged attackers to keep their distance.
Yeah, as my bonus action, I'm going to extend the reach of my spear. I'm going to back up a little bit,
Right?
because I'm assuming this thing has reach.
Well, here's the trick. Variable reach is a thing. And as you back out of the range of one of its attacks, it takes a bite at you.
Yep.
Does a 16 hit you?
No, my AC is 17.
So yeah, it snaps down at you with this giant toothy maw that just devoured 2 cave dragons. And you just
I get 2 attacks then,
get away, and it bites down at you.
because I will riposte. Wait, that's...
Can you take your reaction during your turn?
Usually, yeah.
You
Yes.
take your reaction
Yeah.
whenever.
Yeah. So I'll get 2 attacks then. So there's first attack, flanking.
It's just now his reaction doesn't
Yep.
come back until his next turn.
The 20
Yeah.
hits.
So 11 piercing damage.
Yep.
And let me just, I'm just gonna do that again. 11.
An 11 misses. So you back up, knocking the bite away with your shield as you go, and then you sort of retaliate immediately, getting it in the mouth as you stab, and then it rears.
So
back.
I did
Riposte
18
at
points of
combat.
damage.
Because
Because I forgot the combat superiority
Alright.
die. So I'm down
Alright.
1.
7 points of damage.
Yep.
And then, but the second strike, by the time you struck back at it, it had reared back out of the way, and you just missed and hit air.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Hope.
All right, I'm gonna try and get out of this thing.
All right, you can
Grasp.
you can give me an athletics or an acrobatics check. Yeah.
All right. Athletics.
You're raging, aren't you?
I am. That's true. Hey.
Natural 20
Natural
athletics
20.
checks will, you squeeze out of the coils of this creature and drop down on the ground next to it.
All right, and then.
So that was your action. You have a bonus action.
That was. disengage. Bonus action. And get away.
Okay.
And we are not paid to fight these things. Going that way.
I mean, just because they didn't put it up on the board.
Listen, it's preservation.
You're a barbarian.
A smart barbarian.
All right.
She's also a rogue.
Yep.
Selena.
All right, so for my main action, I will cast a level 2 Chaos Bolt,
Okay.
and I will give myself advantage on that roll.
Okay.
A 20.
A 20 hits. Roll damage.
All right. So that is a 13 damage. That will be... I need to check something here really quick. Using this... Each of the type rolled. Okay.
Yeah, you have a 5, a 6, and a 2 to choose from.
I don't get to choose that first one because it's 2d8 plus a d6 for every level after. They did that specifically so you couldn't.
Oh, there you go.
Which makes sense because if you cast it like 9th level, then I choose anyone I want.
Also, that would imply that the doubles rule would be in effect all the time.
Yeah, that too. So it is a 6 or a 2. Well, it's not going to be poison, so cold damage.
Okay.
Freezing blast.
13 cold damage
Yeah,
in this little ice arrow.
The little ball of ice just smacks into it, dealing an amount of damage.
All right.
And for my bonus
I need
action,
to be right back, so I'm just going to roll my attacks right now. So.
I am going to cast Misty Step to go 10, 20, 30. And then I'm going to move further on my move.
All right.
My Chaos Bolt has a range of 120 feet, so does my Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
And technically, I'm like 15 feet further than I am now. There's just not room on the map. Yes, I full on booked.
Yeah, that's fine.
Because Selena.
And Boldrin, spiritual weapon, attacked and hit for 7 damage. And it needs to make a dexterity save. With a natural 1 on its dexterity save, it takes the full amount of that damage. So another cannon shot rockets out, hits the creature. And Selena, from the distance that you're at, you feel rumbling.
God damn
As
it!
the cannon goes off again.
Why are we making so much noise?
God damn. Stop shooting things! Stop shooting things!
Yeah, we were just supposed to make one big noise.
As our shooter is away from camera at the moment.
The rockworm slams into the ground, digging underneath, disappearing into the ground, and as it does so, it pops back up over here. As you all feel the ground shaking and graveling underneath you as it passes under from where it was at.
I'm assuming I don't get an opportunity attack for that.
You do get an attack of opportunity because it does move. It's not a teleportation, it's a movement.
And am I still flanking with Corbin?
At the time, yes, you are.
Maybe you'll knock it out and it won't attack Boldrin.
No. 10?
Nope, 10 misses.
Yeah. Sorry.
But it comes back up. Much closer to you, Selena, than it was previously.
That was not the source of the rumbling, was it?
You know, you don't think so.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
no.
Run!
The rumbling feels like it was coming further in the direction you're going.
Ah,
Um,
this is all terrible.
and it makes
Is that the direction we came from, or did we come from the other
that's the direction
direction?
you came from.
God damn it!
There's a bite attack on Baldrin and a coil attack on Hope. A natural 20 hits Hope.
Yeah, that will.
So you take 28 points of bludgeoning damage.
I'm
as it
unconscious.
wraps you up.
Oh, wait. Yeah.
You're right.
You're raging.
That's
You take
right
half.
at 0.
No, you're raging. You take half.
Yep, but that's 14 and I'm at 14.
Oh, well. Did you take
Yeah.
half
Well-
damage from the first attack? It
Oh,
did?
wait. Did I? I might not have.
I don't think you
You
took
should
half
only
damage.
take-
I don't think I did.
You should
Yeah,
only
you
was
should
10,
only take
right?
8.
It was
No, it was
I should-
10. So you took
was
5.
10.
You should have taken 5. Yeah.
Oh, then yeah, I'm still up actually.
Yeah, 5 and then 14
Yep.
is the amount of damage you should have been taking.
Oh, math. Okay. Yeah, I'm still up.
But you are currently grappled.
Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, so it bites at Baldrin. Baldrin, what's your attack? What's your AC?
What's your AC?
I'm back.
Yeah, what's your AC, William?
My AC is currently 19.
Okay, so yeah, so what you missed, the worm burrowed into the ground and popped back up on the other side of you. Selena started yelling, "Stop shooting the cannon." Then it tried to bite you, missed, and whipped its body out, wrapping around Hope and yanking Hope back into a grapple.
Yep. Actually, the exact words were "stop shooting things," because she was not in a calm enough state to say "stop shooting the cannon."
And you guys, there's more rumbling happening underneath the ground. That makes it Nyx's turn.
Oh, no.
Nyx has stepped away. That makes it Corbin's turn.
Or
Hey!
Oh, wait, no, Nyx is there. Okay.
Sorry.
there we go.
There was someone at my door. I'm gonna.
How dare you have a door?
I do occasionally need to interact with things outside of this space. I am not actually in a eternal trap or something. Because I can't see. I'm assuming we're going over here.
That the worm is backed by Bolt.
Oh. Yes,
Yeah.
I can see the worm. Never mind. Okay. I can only go. I can get there.
Yep.
So I'm gonna smash, smash, smash.
That was the best thing ever.
Smash, smash.
Not as good.
Nope.
An 8 unfortunately misses. So you
7.
you pound on it, and it's just unyielding flesh right now as it's crushing Hope currently.
Mhm.
I'm sorry.
Corbin.
Okay. I'm going to run up to... Whoops. Wrong thing. Going to run up to here. Bonus action. Still keeping my spear range at 10.
Keeping that spear
And,
extended, yeah.
Yep. Poking at it. Trying to get it to drop Hope.
Alright.
Ah, that's a natural 1.
God.
Give me a d20.
Alright. 19.
Yeah, you stab at it, and it just scrapes off the rocky hide of the worm.
I'm trying to get you down, Hope. Oh, that's your neck.
Not almost. It's real close.
Yep.
All right, Hope.
You said this thing looked down. Does it have eyes?
No.
Dang it. Okay.
It looks
I'm
pretty
gonna-
much like that image.
Yep. Well, yeah. I didn't know if that thing had eyes in the picture, so let's just checking. I hate this thing. I'm gonna try to. I'm gonna.
You're grappled, not restrained, so you
I
can
am.
attack.
I am. Yeah, I'm gonna use insightful fighting
Mhm.
on this thing.
Okay.
So, insight versus deception.
All
It
right.
tries to lie to me, that stupid worm. 18.
You figure what it's trying to do is grapple as many of you as it can and crush you.
Okay.
And then eat you
Okay.
later.
Mm-hmm. All right. So it can grab multiple of us?
That's what it seems like it's trying to do.
Okay. In that case, I'm gonna try and slash at it with my short sword.
Make attack.
I have disadvantage on that, right? Yeah.
You are currently grappled, yes.
Hey,
But a
20.
20 still hits.
All right, and I do get sneak attack.
Yes, you do.
'Cause
There
I
are
used my thing.
multiple people currently in combat with it.
All right, 4 piercing, 2 rage, and sneak attack 9. So
Yeah, you just
15.
stab into it hard. Get that other weapon out. You
I
failed.
can't. Yeah. I can't because the insightful fighting uses my bonus
Oh,
action.
okay, it does.
Yep.
All right,
That's my turn.
Selena.
Alrighty.
You can tell it has hope. Whether or not you care is up to you.
God damn it.
And that it's making a really nice roadblock to prevent everybody else from running back.
Right. All right, I will. God damn it. All right, I'm going to use 2 sorcery points to quicken.
No, I was making a joke. Quicken.
Oh,
What
no.
are you quicken casting?
Another second level chaos bolt.
All right, go ahead and roll me a D100.
Yes, I am. That's a 96. I think that's bad.
Let's find out. It's gonna be funny.
All right, go ahead and roll your attack.
God damn it. Oh my god. Okay. Sorry, guys.
Uh-oh. I'm worried. I don't know what this is,
Do it.
but I'm worried.
Oh, yes.
Gotta say,
Let's just say he's bad.
Actually, no, you're 15 feet further away than you look, so
Oh yeah.
Oh, that
add
is-
15 to that number.
That is very true. So just 15 feet from me. So
Yep.
it does hit. It isn't close enough to hit the.
It's true.
That works. 15.
15 hits. Roll damage.
All
Too
right.
bad you can't get piercing damage on Chaos Bolt.
Right. So
This
that is
mofo uses
17. Um. 17 psychic damage.
Nice.
Sorry. Out.
It runs away. Yes, we've won.
Was scared by the psychic damage.
No,
Um.
I messed up. Okay, there we go. So,
Yes, 17 psychic damage, and then I am running 30 feet.
all right. So Selena is.
I don't have any- Oh no! That was my bonus action. My regular action is to cast Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
Sorry,
An-
but an 8 I think is probably gonna miss even
An 8
something.
misses.
Yeah. Then I run 30 feet.
All right, make a perception check.
Oh no.
The rumbling is following you.
Mhm.
You know, so you just start running, and you sort of get to the end of that 30 feet and look up ahead, and you see the wall on the right hand side starting to collapse inward.
Look up.
Nothing's there. It's just the wall is collapsing. So the tunnel is about half filled with rubble at this point.
Thanks, Ados. Thanks a lot. That's my turn.
All right, Boldrin.
Well, the cannon has been a rousing success, but it's a bit close right now. So
Also screaming,
Not-
stop shooting things.
Maybe that's why things are caving in.
that's not the relevant part. The relevant part is it's really close right now.
Shunk.
Well, my bonus action is going to be to move my spiritual weapon a little bit closer.
All right.
And then Hope's in a bad spot. Can I reach Hope?
No.
Okay, never mind then. I will smack the thing.
Hope is about 15 feet in the air.
I will just smack the thing then. But first, I have to flank with Ape Nix.
All right.
Siege Breaker.
20 hits.
6 bludgeoning damage.
Bam. All right, and that makes it its turn. So first of all, it's going to coil attack at Corbin. Does a 23 hit you, Corbin?
Yep.
So you take 10 points of bludgeoning damage as the worm, again, just more of it comes out of the ground. It's very, like you still haven't seen the other end of it yet. And that just long, rocky body just whips around and wraps around you and yanks you over into a grapple as well, dealing 10 points of damage to you. Hope, you take 10 points of damage in the process, although you're raging still, so that's halved to 5.
That does put me out, though.
All right, so you are unconscious in the grasp of the worm.
Yep.
And it bites down at Boldrin. Actually, no, it's going to bite down at the ape that's been beating on it, so... does a 12...
Yes, come at me in my double health bars. I'm fine.
Does a 12 hit Ape Nix?
Ape Nix's AC is 12.
I think it's, 12.
It exactly hits. For 11 piercing and 3 acid damage. As the first
Okay,
time...
I'm still an ape.
The first time it bites anybody thus far. And that makes it Ape Nix's turn.
All right. So, question.
Mm-hmm.
It's fine if no. Can I, because I am a monkey ape, can I climb up and try and grab Hope out of the grapple?
It is moving too much for you to get a really good... For you to... If you could climb it, but you would have to focus on climbing, and it would be difficult because it's not a easily climbable surface.
Yeah, just because apes have a climbing speed, I was wondering if I could do that.
Yeah, you can climb it. It would that would be your focus for the turn.
Yeah. All right. If I can't actually get her out, I'm gonna just trust that someone else can, or it will hit me enough times that I go back to being a human and can heal her. So Boldrin's giving me advantage, so making my 2 attacks. 16?
16 hits.
That would be Yeah,
Man, it would
geez.
suck if this thing had like vulnerability to piercing damage, and we're just hitting it with bludgeoning damage right now.
I know, right?
8.
And the
Right?
one guy that uses piercing damage is currently grappled.
Oh, the two people.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
8 damage hits.
Oh. Yeah, 8 and 24, I assume, hits.
24 hits as well. Yep.
Not a natural 1 because I have advantage. 8. And I'm sorry all these rolls look stupid and weird.
That's fine. Another 8
fine.
points of damage. Corbin,
So if
you're
it's
grappled, not
athletics
restrained.
check to break out,
You can also just stab it if you want.
I can. I think I'm gonna try to do that.
All right. Attack with disadvantage.
17.
17 hits.
So I have. I'm not gonna trip it, but yeah. Oh, I could have done parry earlier.
It's also a huge creature, so
Yeah. So I rolled minimum damage, so 12.
So, fortunately, for some weird reason, as you stab into it with your spear, it seems to bite deeper than it normally does.
Yeah.
Because the worm has gained a vulnerability to piercing damage for some strange reason.
How the
none of us
hell did
really
that
know about.
happen?
But you know what?
I have found a weak spot.
Yeah, you just jab
Aim
in
here.
and... Hope, give me a death saving throw.
Okay.
Natural 20. Natural 20.
Oh, bonus action. I'm
Right.
drinking a health potion.
Drink that health potion.
That last one.
Nope.
With a natural 1, Hope has 2 failed
Oh.
death saves.
God damn it.
Tension riding high.
This thing better hit me on its other thing, on its attack.
Squeezing that's going to be the problem.
hmm
Selena.
Rock is weak to water.
Depends on which version of Pokemon you're playing.
Yep.
You can make it. You can get out. But you're confident that this thing is the wall is probably going to collapse and fill the tunnel after you.
We'll have plenty of food after we kill this thing, so you guys can dig us out.
I'm fine.
That's not helpful.
It'll be fine.
Fuck it, against her better judgment, she's coming back. She runs back 30 feet. I hate you all. You're all horrible wastes of life and and I am casting a Eldritch Blast because I need to save my last 2 sword. No, I'll do a Chaos Bolt. And what the fuck? Let's give me advantage on it just for fun.
Roll me a d20 as well, by the way.
Okay. Oh yeah, cause yeah. A 3,
Not a 1.
not a 1. 17 hits.
17 hits. Roll damage.
It should be noted that the advantage was good because the first roll was a 1. And this is just at level 1, so 10 psychic damage again.
With that, the creature roars in pain and starts thrashing about. It lets go of Hope and Corbin, and they fall clear. Hope, give me another death saving throw.
Oh God.
Oh no.
Oh.
Am I close enough to
Wait.
grab Hope?
This is...
Yeah, I don't have.
God damn it!
Hope.
So,
Yes.
okay, just as a clarification,
Mm-hmm.
are we doing this because Hope fell or because we're essentially returning to Hope's turn?
Because Hope fell.
Okay, never mind.
Damn it! It was right before my turn.
Mm-hmm.
Hope hits the ground, and this breath of life escapes. And the worm thrashes in its death throes, and the ground begins to fall away from underneath all of you. You all scramble and try to get away from it as it's thrashing and smashing, but you're not quick enough, and the floor is just falling away. It's apparently dug quite a thorough tunnel underneath this as it was moving around. And all of you fall
I'm trying to grab for Hope.
into darkness. Give me a dexterity save as you reach, as the light of Corbin's spear fades away as he drops.
Okay, I am still a monkey.
Does that
Monkeys have a
include
better
someone who's
bonus
30
to this.
feet away?
Give me a
Yep,
second.
the floor just crumbles away quickly, and you scramble and try to keep hold, but you're not quite fast enough.
What is the bonus for a score of 14? I'm sorry.
2.
2 plus 2.
Yep.
Yes!
With a natural 20, you leap out and grab Hope and yank her in tight as you fall into darkness.
I am trying to take the blunt of any damage because I don't know that she's already taken that death save.
Yep.
And I still have a lot of health.
Rocks fall, and you
Everyone
all
dies.
lose consciousness. Blackness, as far as any of your senses can determine at the moment. Pain, bruising, definitely headaches. Let's see, which one of you?
I should have fucking run.
Hope,
That's what we're all thinking.
give me a wisdom save.
All right. Five.
Look at these dice. These
Why?
dice are amazing.
God.
These are terrible.
So, Hope, you open your eyes. And you find yourself sitting in a very strange asymmetrical landscape. There's half of a mountain rising up, and then right next to it is just like a plain grassland. And buildings that are both 2 stories and 1 story. Buildings that look more like jigsaw puzzles than actual buildings. And you look around and you realize that you're laying on a large platform. And it's just like a large, wide plate. And you look in the corners of the plate, there are strings. Large white cords that sort of rise up and meet a point. You follow it with your eyes, and there's a bar that it's attached to. Goes over, connects to another set of strings that goes down to another plate. You realize you're on a giant scale.
Mm-hmm.
And on the other side, there's nothing. And in the back of your head, you hear, "Man, you got fucked up."
Yeah.
Yes.
As your Deva
Mm.
just sort of, the voice just sort of appears in the back of your head.
Mhm. Yeah, I kind of noticed that.
Oh man, didn't think you'd be coming this way that soon. I thought you had
Well,
like at
no,
least another
fate.
week.
Fate sometimes, right?
Yeah. Yeah, no, fate can suck. I mean, it's kind of a thing, but So here you are.
Yep. How does how does this work?
I mean, what do you think?
Well, there's a scale. Am I even with the other side?
Currently.
Okay. Okay, there's a scale.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Which means weighing happens. There's nothing on the other side, though.
No, not yet.
What gets there?
Well, if we're weighing you, then I guess it would have to be your actions, your life.
Joy, my immortal deeds.
So I guess we weigh you against the choices you've made. And as you see, the other plate starts to sink, and your plate starts to rise. There's nothing on it. There's nothing on it, but it's just you're rising, as if something very heavy is on the other side now. We have your life in core.
Mm-hmm.
We have that silly old temple, and as this voice sort of starts listing events and major things of your life, the other plate lowers and lowers and lowers and lowers.
Mm-hmm.
And we have your buddies, all of whom are now probably dead. We have a girl that you were supposed to be taking care of. Man, that's a lot of weight over there. And at this point, you realize that your end of the scale is ping all the way at the top now.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not one to speak for the scale bearer. I mean, I am literally one of the ones that speaks for the scale bearer, but typically we don't like folks to come here with this uneven of a keel.
Well, I mean, there's really only one alternative.
Well, I mean, we'll take you. But if you do you want to even out the scale?
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. We have something for you to do. If you do it, this side of the scale might go down. What do you think?
What? What's the deal?
Well, these scales aren't the ones that the scale bearer actually wants. The scales of fate were lost when the world was rebuilt. Maybe they're out there somewhere. Maybe they haven't been created.
So
yet.
these are discount secondhand scales.
Basically, yeah.
Okay.
Maybe I have an Asimar Revenant.
If you go and find the scales of fate, wherever they are, make that your mission. That we can even out this balance for you. Or you can just say no and we'll take you anyways.
No, I'll go find your lost scales that you lost in, I don't know, pawn game or whatever.
Well, they should be there. They're not yet. You might need to figure out why that's happened first, but...
Where should they be?
In the world. But the world's not yet complete.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Lots of places where they could be that don't exist. Places that could exist that don't.
Okay.
We're gonna have to figure that one out first.
I assume I'll recognize them. They'll like light up slightly or
You'll get a sense for where
shine.
they're at. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
I mean, It's going to get interesting.
I mean, it already is interesting. I got stolen from by a person who can only say 5. It's just
Yeah, that was funny.
Just a lot of very interesting things that have been happening. So I think we're already there, but yeah.
I mean, it'll get a little bit more interesting.
All right.
Well, this comes with a few perks and a few drawbacks. Also, it's
Okay.
probably going to hurt when you realize your chest is caved in. And you wake up, for real,
Ah!
under a pile of rubble, having difficulty breathing. But you're
Help.
awake and alive. Kind of.
Help. Can I like yell at all? Is that an option here?
Can you
Or is
yell
my
with your
chest
chest
too
caved in?
caved? Yeah.
You're making sounds, and that's pretty much the best you can hope for right now.
hmm
But you're alive.
Okay. I'm just gonna lie here for a minute.
See what other choice you have.
Meanwhile, Bouldrin,
Mm-hmm.
you wake up with one hell of a headache.
I feel like I just got caught in a landslide.
You look around. You were caught in a landslide. You're in a darkened cave. Takes a minute for your dark vision to adjust. Mostly just rubble. You don't seem too terribly worse off for the wear.
Got any dents in my armor from the fall?
It seems like your fall is mostly cushioned, and you realize why as you sort of push up and feel the ground give a little bit, and you realize that you're on the worm, or part of the worm at least.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
And you sort of look around, and you see the unconscious form of Corbin sort of half buried in rubble off to one side.
All right, time to get out of here. I sort of like use my siege breaker to help stand up, and while I'm thinking about it, I kind of tap it and cast mending to make sure it's not ruined or anything.
Yep. Tap it, and light erupts from your finger and engulfs the thing.
You don't break on me yet. I need you. All right. I suppose probably also need you now that I think about it, and I point at Corbin and cast Healing Word.
All right.
70 points.
Healing 7 from where you were at. You didn't take any additional damage from the collapse. Corbin, you sort of sputter and cough and wake up covered in debris.
Holy fuck. Where are we?
About looking up how many feet do I estimate the drop to be?
Give me an intelligence history check for your stone cunning.
Stone Cunning, which means double proficiency. That'll be 24.
You can't see where the collapse was, so...
Which means longer than my dark vision, so...
Is my spear anywhere
than-
near me?
Yeah, it's sort of in the ground underneath you.
Okay, I'll pull it out so I can see.
More than 60 feet.
Yeah.
Judging from the amount of rubble, a lot. You imagine that most of the tunnel collapsed, so...
We are, if I had to surmise, at the bottom of about 100 to 200 foot drop.
That's a first. Maybe we should have gone a cliff top.
I don't know. I'm a wee bit sore, but
Yeah.
otherwise
yeah.
fine.
Rocks hurt, especially when you're falling in between them.
Well,
I'm gonna look
fortunately,
around
we
for
se- we
everybody
seem,
else.
We seem to have landed between a rock and a scaly place.
I was
Okay,
gonna say, if you say a hard place, I'm gonna punch you.
Meanwhile, Selena,
Yes.
you're having dreams of seducing that rock ganassi, or that earth ganassi, and she's very rough. Like, It scratches your face. It's just like unpleasant to feel against your skin. And you sort of blink awake in the middle of this seduction and realize that you've been snuggling with a huge chunk of granite. And that you're sore.
I'm sure glad rocks do bludgeoning damage and not piercing damage.
You've taken no extra damage.
Okay.
You're just sore.
Ah. Fuck you all.
And that effect has definitely passed.
Yeah. I pull myself to my feet.
You find
Look
yourself...
around.
So the first
Throw up a flame.
The first thing that you notice is there's no wall to your right. The second thing you notice is the swirling mist of the abyss. You're still in the cave. Like, you look around and there's still rock and granite and a landslide of some sort and the body of some part of the body of the worm that you were sort of sitting on.
Mm-hmm.
No one else is around, and one part of this cave is open to the abyss.
Oh, fuck me. I am backing away from the abyss.
As you back up and you sort of
Join.
stumble over the rocks. It's not doing anything. It's kind of like looking at the water in an aquarium.
Yes. Oh
but
no,
the
for
abyss.
real.
Yeah.
But the aquarium probably doesn't occasionally go.
Yeah, no, it doesn't. And there's no glass here either, so.
Yeah, that too. So yes, I am going to carefully, keeping my eye on it, make my way back to where I hope the rest of the group is.
So you look around. There's only really one way out of this area that hasn't collapsed. You feel like you're in sort of a dead end. And so you start walking that way. Fortunately, it leads away from the open hole into the abyss.
Okay.
Closes around you. And you begin walking.
Yep.
Following the body of the worm, because that's what you figure is going to be the best path. And
right.
Then Nyx,
Mm-hmm.
you wake up.
Am I still a ape?
No, you're not.
Oh, okay.
But you do wake up. You're not more injured than you were previously.
Which I think means uninjured.
Yeah, because you were uninjured in your human form.
Yes.
And at first you feel like you're back at home because you're bathing in the light, the warm glow of the abyss at night. And you open your eyes. You realize that there's no sky, there's just stone above you, but the abyss is right there. Actually, it's not down, it's up. It's sort of a wall of mist right now.
Oh, did you save me? That's very nice.
You hear a rasping sound from behind you.
I turn around.
You see Hope trying to shove rubble off of her body.
Going over there immediately, trying to help her the best I can. Second level cure wounds.
Everything hurts.
Give me a second to press the spell button. It's totally here.
Everything hurts. This was an awful plan.
Yeah, essentially. You heal 9 damage of however injured you are, and I am trying to
forgot the
push
higher
all the
level
rocks
cast.
off.
14 damage.
I can fix this. I can fix this.
Um,
You okay? You're breathing? Maybe.
Yeah. I'm fine.
so
Ow.
you heal from 1 hit point. You heal back to 15.
Okay.
And you feel that as your chest pops back out, and you can breathe normally
That's unsettling. That was an unsettling feeling.
That
Bones should not move
weird
like
for
that.
Me.
again. You're welcome.
Ooh.
Which
not
was
good
worse,
joke.
that or meat-filled balloon?
The meat-filled balloon was just kind of like funny sounding. That was Ah.
Here's your chest cavity.
Yeah. Hope.
You
Yeah.
I found the abyss.
Yeah, it's right there. Nice and close. Convenient.
you hear a small chuckle in the back of your head.
Yep. Where's
Are you
everyone
still
else?
hurt? I can fix
No,
more.
I can move.
Can I do like a nature or survival to see if there seems to be an exit? If she's, yeah.
Give me a survival check.
Okay.
I like how the two people who are okay with the fact that we just fell down a 200-foot hole are right next to each other, and that's Boldrin and Corbin.
So the body of the worm, you realize that as soon as Aaron gets back, because Skype
Oh
blinked
no.
out.
Internet.
There we go. Yay.
So, Nyx, you realize that the body of the worm is sort of forming a path through the rubble, and you sort of figure, if I follow this, at least it'll get somewhere. And maybe the others, nobody else is around, but maybe the others, if they fell nearby, will be there. You do know, however, that once you leave the area where the abyss is exposed, it goes to pitch black immediately.
All right. So I pull out a tiny little candle. I can only see because that. But we sort of need to go probably this way. Thing we killed is.
Yep. That'd be good. Find everyone. I'm gonna find everyone. I can sort of see. My eyes are a little fuzzy.
Let me check the text on one of my spells real
You
quick.
do have dark vision.
I do. It's not as far anymore.
No, it's
I
not.
don't think. No.
Actually, no. You still have it. You still have that.
Oh, I do? Okay.
You still have.
We'll have to talk.
I
We'll have
can
to figure this out.
make a light. It's not going to illuminate very far, but
No, it is the same, actually.
Yeah, no. You just.
it's something.
You just gained a couple things. You didn't.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Oh, okay.
Oh
Sweet.
wait, that was the wrong thing. Sorry.
You stab yourself. You stabbed me.
Erupts a
accidentally.
flame
I
blade.
was trying to put out the spell card.
You want to conjure a flame blade.
If I conjure a flame blade, 10-foot radius of bright light, 10-foot radius of dim light beyond that.
Yeah.
So it's not much, but flame blade.
Yeah,
I'm
Nyx.
gonna try and I cast light on my hand, and I don't know,
You
a
still have
glove.
You still have your weapons if you want.
Yeah, I cast it on one of my weapons,
Yeah. So you
so I can see.
rip out that fire sword, and it provides like a torch, a small candle amount of light, and then Hope touches a short sword and ping, the light cantrip, which is much brighter.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's very reassuring. Okay, let's go find them.
All right. You sure you're
Mining
okay?
helmet. Blink.
I'll be fine.
All right. Let's find everyone else. Aldrin can, because he's not actually better at healing than me, but he is a cleric.
Never been too keen on clerics, but this will be fine.
Okay. Let's go. And
Yep, heading
Collect-
that way.
Collectively, the group of you begin following the worm.
Yep.
And trying to find. Yep.
I'm taking a piece of that worm.
Make me a
I'll-
survival check.
What are you
Yeah.
gonna do with it?
actually, so
Prove we
as
killed
we
it.
go along, Nyx is
So
gonna.
19 was the original one.
Yeah, you
Use-
harvest some plates and bits from it. It's massive. It's way too big for you to actually pull anything.
Yeah, no, I'm like taking a couple plates and an eyeball.
You can't.
Because
you're not
I'll
at
just-
the head.
Oh,
Just
There are no
having-
eyeballs.
And it has
I
no
asked
eyes.
about this.
oh okay.
I
Well,
asked about this.
yeah.
Just having like Final Fantasy VII flashbacks of the Midgar Zalem.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm taking pieces so that we can turn it and be like, we killed one of these motherfuckers.
Yep. Nix, what were you trying to do?
As we go along, Nix is going to use a few little bits of his rope and sort of tie them places. So hopefully, if other people are down here, they'll notice like markings
Ooh,
and
smart.
know they're in the right
Good.
direction.
So
Good idea.
after about 5 minutes or so, the group of you stumble into one another, in sort of a slightly less collapsed cavern, in which the head of the worm is. And so various collections of the 5 of you.
Yay.
Is everyone okay?
The first
Everyone
thing when
here?
she comes in, you, pointing at Baldrin, that fucking gun.
What about it?
That was pretty fucking loud.
It might
Are
have
you?
called some
Are
things
you?
at us.
And
Is everyone
She's a
here?
where she looks like she's about to throw the flame at you, and just.
So you count very quickly, and you count Corbin, Boldrin, Hope, and Selena.
5.
5. I've lost her again.
Oh, God damn it.
Where's 5?
5 is not in the room.
I'm gonna slowly start looking for 5.
Give me a survival check.
Okay.
Or perception check.
Do
Yeah,
it.
Perception check.
Okay. Do I have any levels of exhaustion from what happened?
Funnily
Or-
enough, no.
That would. Okay, sweet. Excellent. You said survival?
All right, perception. Sorry.
Oh, perception. Okay. Hey, 21.
You rolled the same number. Didn't matter. Yeah, you look around. You don't see any sign of 5 in the immediate area.
who was 5 by when that shit?
No body, but no anything.
I have.
I have an idea.
I don't know. I was too busy being an absolute idiot and running back to you people instead of running away.
Yeah, you should have bolted.
Yeah, I should have.
Congrats.
Is
You're stuck
anyone
with
else
this
injured?
now.
You're welcome. Huh?
Are you hurt?
No, I'm fine.
Okay. Then we need to find 5.
Wait a minute. You, pointed Hope. I'm fairly sure you were a corpse.
Hey!
Give me a retroactive perception check, because there was a lot of thrashing worm at the time.
Okay. You described it very death-like,
That's
so
true. That's true.
I was going based off that.
Yeah.
You did kind of do the
Yeah.
final last last
you
gasp.
did. You saw Hope hit the ground, and then there was no motion, and then the floor fell out from underneath her. So you could definitely make the assumption that Hope was a corpse.
Yeah, so I'm
Yeah.
continuing with that line
Yeah.
of statement because Selena is at her core a pessimist and assumes death. I'm pretty sure
Hey,
you
I'm
were
not.
a corpse.
Not now, though. Woo! Very excited.
Wait,
Wait, were you a corpse?
I'm
I was
not.
busy
I'm not dead
stabbing.
now. So,
Yeah, no, that's apparent.
Yeah.
I'm a master at
Very
dodging
exciting.
questions, and that was
Very
a question dodge.
Whatever. we need to find. We need to find 5. I
Yeah.
start wandering
I'm
off
just saying I'm a
Back
little
toward the abyss
concerned
because I have a suspicion.
because at least when I came to, I was directly sitting directly next to open available abyss.
Yeah,
So
we had someone
pardon me for
in the
being
sky.
a little concerned.
About 5? Yeah.
Speaking of looking around, do I see, like, are we just, like, in a natural cavern system, or does this just look like a hollow that had been left open by the abyss?
Bit of column A, bit of column B. I mean, what's really a natural cavern but a hollow that was left open by the abyss?
What I'm saying is, do there appear to be, like, cave tunnels?
Yeah, no, there are other tunnels aside from the ones that you guys came from.
Question for the GM.
Yes.
Does the layout of where I know at least like where we were and where this other group was, does it seem to correlate where we were the last time I was conscious?
Make me an intelligence history check.
Okay.
Oh, so I'm
That's
assuming
20.
Nick saw 5 stupid hat, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Everyone saw it. It was unavoidable.
I'm gonna cast
It
locate
was
object.
amazing.
Okay. With the 22, Hope, you remember where everybody was, but you don't have the information between when you lost consciousness and woke up.
Mm-hmm.
So you have no way of correlating those two pieces of information.
Mm-hmm.
If everyone was where they were, if everyone was standing, like if the head of the worm is where it is now, compared to where you woke up, if where it is where it was, then you were way off from where you last remember being.
Okay. So
But you don't have
5 could be anywhere.
Yeah, you don't have the memory of going from point A to point B to really extrapolate.
Cool.
Nick's, in the meantime, casts locate object, thinking about the hat, and you get a ping. It's leading you away from the head of the worm in a different tunnel that none of you came down.
Hey.
Nick is gonna point. So at least the hat thing was in that direction.
Did the
Best
hat have a
purchase
strap on it?
ever.
There's something to go on, so we should at least start heading in
Hopefully
that
she's
direction.
still attached.
Yeah.
I'm more hoping that we can find her before she decides to burn it, and I lose my way of tracking her.
Yes, no, let's...
Let's hurry then.
Yeah.
But be careful, there's open abyss around, and common knowledge is jumping in is a bad idea.
Yes.
Would you like to test that common knowledge, Nix?
Of course.
I was the one who warned you about the possibility of stepping into the abyss. I'm not testing it right now.
Yes, but you seem so enthusiastic about it.
I'm enthusiastic about the abyss because I have a sneaking hunch that that's what saved our lives. Because I am assuming that wasn't like a simple fall. That was a big fall.
Was a notable fall, aye.
I've fallen out of fairly tall trees before. I lost track of how long I was in my bear form. It doesn't matter.
Yes.
Beautiful.
Hey, falling hurts?
Generally, yeah. That's a good rule of thumb.
And you are sore. Like you are uninjured, but you're not unhurt.
Okay,
Like
falling hurts. Really big falling? Blood and death and squish.
I point to the worm. Blood and death and squish.
the worm is dead.
Yeah.
It kind of took most of our falls for us.
Maybe. Okay, fine. You're the dwarf. Headed in the direction of Five's hat.
All right, you guys go down the tunnel.
Yeah, you're the dwarf.
Believe what you will. I'm going to believe in abyssal intervention.
So
Like divine intervention. But
It's not that I don't believe it, it's that bothers me.
Okay.
Also, the thought to step into it never crossed my mind. Not even for a second. I get that most of you are Abyssborn, but nope.
So you continue down the tunnel.
Yep.
And as you walk, this tunnel winds its way, and occasionally, every once in a while, it winds a little bit too far to one side, and the wall disappears, replaced by mist and darkness, and that faint, ever-present light that the abyss gives off. And at those points, you kind of have to lean a little bit more into the far wall to not accidentally slip and fall. It's never a danger of slipping and falling out of the abyss, but you're always very conscious of the fact that it's there. And after about 500 feet of walking, you find a stalagmite with Five's hat on it. And the, like, sort of the black mantle that had been part of the upper part of the outfit sort of draped across it as well.
It's not covered in blood by the looks of it, is it?
Give me a perception check.
Sorry, I'm trying to figure out how long that lasts.
Yeah, I will also.
Flame Blade will probably go away soon because it's a
19.
10-minute spell.
The light continues, so we can still see.
13.
It's there's definitely blood on it. But it's on the outside of it, not the you'd expect if Five had been injured, it would be on the inside.
Can I make a medicine check for if this seems like
Sure.
giant worm blood or Five blood?
Sure.
Or something else blood?
Go ahead and make a medicine check.
So if
14.
the worm...
It's hard to tell once it's dried now. You looking at it though, you do notice that there's a little bit of singeing on the fabric there, and you don't imagine that Five's blood is acid. So, at least if it is, it'd be new to you. So your immediate thought is this is probably blood from the worm. And it's just sort of been discarded.
I'm just gonna take the hat.
Yep. You have the hat and the mantle.
Well, it looks like there's only one way she could have gone.
Maybe it's like breadcrumbs.
Or maybe Five got tired of the outfit and tossed it.
Yeah. she
Let's
didn't
keep
really
going.
seem like it.
Yep. Continue on. After about another 200 feet or so, the tunnel sharply curves away from the abyss wall, and opens up into a larger cavern system, which has multiple different tunnels leading off from it.
Oh, 5. I'm gonna wait for an answer.
Give me a perception check.
Okay.
Yeah,
6.
try.
I also got a
4.
6.
8.
We're great at this.
We're looking
6,
real hard.
4, and 8. You don't hear any response. You don't see anything that would indicate a location or a direction. Boldrin, you do notice that one of the tunnels sort of slopes back up slightly.
Well, assuming Five wanted to get out of here, that way looks like it heads up.
Okay.
But do they know that? Do they know that?
Yes,
Well-
and they know up, down.
Well, no, that's not what I'm saying. Just because it goes up for a little bit doesn't mean it wouldn't go back down, and just because it goes down for a little bit doesn't mean it would later go back up. I don't know, it's weird.
Yes, directions are
Can
strange.
I take a look, see if Five left us a clue?
Not saying that doesn't happen, but typically cave systems like this are formed
Oh.
by the...
Don't
Well,
say anything.
I can't say much about the abyss, but typically they're supposed to be formed by running water and the passage of time, in which case they usually go one direction. Occasionally with a switchback that still goes in that same
This is
direction.
why I stay above ground.
Most of the world makes sense. The abyss part's just at the edge of it.
So theoretically, if this goes up, it should keep going up unless something else has burrowed something around it.
I mean, you said the key word there, theoretically. But yeah, you're not wrong. Let's go. The best.
Yeah.
Start
We
heading
can
up that
double
way.
back if we reach a dead end or something.
So yeah, you guys head, and yes, this tunnel starts to slope up, and it maintains an upward slope for a while before it flattens out and opens up into yet another larger cavern. Everybody can make me perception checks here.
Perception. 22.
13.
5.
18.
So Boldrin and Selena hear sort of a soft cooing sound coming from
Like a bird cooing
Does it
sound?
sound-
No,
or-
not like a bird, like a young person breathing. Off to the right from the tunnel you're in. You sort of move over and investigate. Yeah. You move over and investigate, and in sort of a small clutch of stalagmites, 5 is laying down, curled up, asleep.
Oh.
Well, we found her.
Oh, good.
Can I do a medicine? See
Sure.
if she's hurt.
Yeah.
20.
She seems fine, just tired.
All right, somebody pick her up and let's go. We've got to get out of here.
You are all, by the way, sort of now that the adrenaline's worn off and you found 5, you're all feeling pretty tired as well, except for Hope.
Mhm.
I'll try and
I
pick
would
her
like to push through if possible
It's-
until the point that we really, really need to sleep, because I do not want to sleep down here if possible.
That's entirely possible.
What do
Yeah, I'll
y'all
pick
think?
I'll pick up 5 and let's go a little bit longer.
All right.
Johnny
I got no
carrier?
sleeping down
Over
here.
the
Feel
shoulder.
okay.
On the ground.
I'm good.
Alright.
I see a point.
What was that, William?
I was just saying I don't mind sleeping down here. It's nice and underground, but I do see your point.
Yeah, it's nice and underground and also filled with giant those things.
Well, one less giant those things.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Yes, I am actually.
So
Mm.
maybe this is an obvious question, but how are we supposed to get up? Because I'm assuming there aren't more dwarf tunnels down here that we can elevator to.
At some point, those things burrow. The at least the smaller ones and the bigger ones both were burrowed around. Assumedly, those smaller ones, since they were abyss cave dragons, probably
They're
came
just
from
cave
here.
dragons. They're abyss born in the same way that some of you are, presumably. I feel like abyss dragons would be a little different.
I mean, very small, relatively, but still, regardless, they hit surface level at some point. So, assumedly, there are some kind of tunnels that are going to lead up. They might not be easy
Okay.
tunnels to climb, but
That works. I can't change shape again, but yeah. We
yeah,
can,
no,
we can make a climb work.
we're probably going to have to sleep down here at some point. But
At least once.
so angry at you all.
I mean, you didn't have to come back.
Sorry.
That means you moderately tolerate us.
Appreciate you too, Selena, and I pat you on the back and start heading
You
up at
swear
a
to
great rate of
shut up.
speed, because I feel fine.
Which tunnel?
There's a couple chaos bolts, and I'm not afraid to use them.
There are 4 additional tunnels aside from the one you came in.
There are
and
4 tunnels,
They're all
and
sort of flat.
they all look the same to me.
roughly, not exactly the same, but make me a nature check.
Okay. 20.
So, 2 of the 4 look smoother than the other 2. Like the other 2 look, they're roughly tunnel shaped, but they're roughly tunnel shaped.
Mm-hmm.
These other 2 are almost perfect circles.
Okay. Those look more like dwarf tunnels, like they were built, or more like they were used, like they were a different creature made them.
More like they were burrowed.
Okay. Well,
Burrowed by a
those
creature
look like
rather than
burrows,
burrowed by
so
water.
they might go up. Yeah. So I head up on the left one.
Right? So yeah,
I'm gonna
it's the way it looks sort of like far left from the tunnel that you came out of. Far left looks natural. Sort of second from the right looks natural, and then the far right doesn't, and then the one straight ahead doesn't. So you go into the one
Straight ahead.
Yeah.
Yep.
So yeah, you head over there and start moving, and yeah, this is much smoother than any of the other tunnels were. Even much smoother than the tunnel that you came out of previously.
Come on, keep up. And I start walking.
Right. You walk, and after a while, you come across. Is everybody following, or is just Hope?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going.
Apparently, I'm looking forward to death because it makes you remarkably chipper.
I'm not dead. I'm walking around.
Eventually, you come across a cross section where the tunnel continues on and another tunnel bisects it, and they're both equally smooth. This one has elevated slightly and then sort of sloped off, and this other one they're sort of equally flat.
Okay, I go for the right one that's sloping.
Right, so right-hand tunnel.
Mm-hmm.
Hope turns the right-hand corner. Hope is just walking confidently ahead. Is everybody still following?
Yep.
I'm walking along, yep.
Yep.
You're in sight.
Keeping her in sight?
Yes.
Okay. I want everybody to make me a perception check.
Perception again.
9.
9.
I'm not to be relied on.
11.
2.
All right. I will go ahead and roll perception for Nyx unless Nyx reappears in the next 2 seconds while I grab their character. Hey,
there we go.
Nyx, roll me a perception check.
Yes, I can hear you guys when
I like that.
away.
I like that Cody and Mara keep rolling these same rolls on perception. Not just the same ultimate numbers, but the same rolls because you both have +3.
Yeah.
By the way, 21.
Yeah, 21. So, as you guys pass another... As my dog beats the green screen up behind me. As you guys
It's
pass...
a worm, it's lurking.
Ah!
Oh no.
As you guys pass another set of tunnels, and Hope continues straight on because it's starting to slope slightly, Nyx, you hear the dripping of water off to the left. Just doop, 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 doop. You're muted.
You are muted.
Well, I said I'm going to hold up a hand, so
We saw that.
I kind of did what I said I was going to do anyway. Hold up a hand. In silence, try and does it just sound like stalagmite water?
Drip, drip, drip. It's very steady. Drip.
So yes. Just sort of very slightly heading in that direction.
So the rest of you, Nyx holds up a hand and then turns off in one direction.
And I'm not leaving the group. I'm just trying to get if there's a way I can peek around to see it or something.
It sounds like it's a bit further down down the tunnel from where you can see.
Do you hear that?
No, but apparently you hear something?
There's water somewhere that way.
Water's a good sign.
I mean, unless
I
it's
mean, also
something on the
potentially a
abyss,
bad
but
sign,
yeah.
but- yeah. Well, let's go see.
I have a burglar's pack. Does that contain chalk?
I
think so.
I think it does.
I think so. That feels like a thing that would be slightly useful.
Can very quickly check.
Yeah, I have it here
Um,
too.
Bag of 1,000 ball bearings, 10 feet of string, a bell, 5 candles, a
No,
crowbar, a hammer, 10
does
peaches,
not.
a hooded lantern, 2 flasks of oil, 5 days of ration, 10 box water skin, and 50 feet of hempen rope. Oh, the dungeon
Dang.
needs
Good
that. I thought
Yeah,
some
none of them have.
None of them have chalk. That seems
Dang
like an
it.
oversight.
Shoot. All right.
I mean, who needs chalk when you just have perfect memory?
I have chalk. My person that has a burglar's pack has chalk, but I bought
Yeah.
it separately, I guess.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
that's fine. Selena takes the flame that she's got in her hand, because he's recasting Produce Flame, and just holds it up against the stone till he's sort of a searing mark.
So actually, you notice as you do that, you hold it and it doesn't scorch quite the way you expect it to, and you sort of pull it back and look, and you have your hand against it, and it, as you put fire to it, it began to shine. Not like glowing, but like polishing.
Um,
Well, that's odd.
I
Nature?
poked the wall. Yeah,
It's hard. Give me a nature check. If Baldrin gives me a nature check, he can do so with double his proficiency bonus.
Yeah, I can do that. Nature.
Ten.
Would it be nature or would it be history at that point?
It'll be
or no,
nature.
12.
It'll be nature.
That would be plus an additional 4, which would make it 10.
So Nick, Selena, and Baldrin recognize this material. This is obsidian.
Where's the? Do I know of a volcano near Underhold?
Oh,
Obsidian's the stuff that was in that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is volcanic glass.
So we're looking for a cult lair now.
Drop 5.
God damn it. Ow.
Actually, no, obsidian's produced here. That's where
Yeah.
the normal obsidian
Yeah, they got a
would
heart.
be from.
Yeah.
It means that they're probably mining from down
there's
there.
no volcano nearby Baldrin. There are magma flows further down, though.
Okay, that makes sense.
That makes you think that this might have at one point been a magma tube rather than a water tube.
The dripping noise. Do I know how far off the Twin Rivers are from either side of Underhold?
Roughly, the one side's much closer, the other's much further away. Judging just based on how long you've been walking, you may be getting closer to where the eastern part of the Twin Rivers is.
That'd be very far away from Underhold, but if that's water we're hearing, either there's an underground water source somewhere nearby, or we're under one of the Twin Rivers, which is quite a ways off from the city.
Yeah, I don't even think we.
Sorry, say that again.
He had said that if that's water we're hearing dripping, then either there's an underground water source somewhere nearby, or we're under one of the twin rivers, which is a long way away from the city.
I mean,
Well-
I'd put even odds.
Do I know how much of the abyss would be on the edge of the rivers?
Make me a nature check with disadvantage.
Okay. Five. No.
Jesus.
You're only really familiar with where the abyss connects, like rubs up against the grasslands around Core. You're in the mountains. You're not 100% certain. You assume that there is just abyss beyond the mountains, but you don't know what the connection there might be. Also, you were underground, which means that you don't know what the underside of the planet looks like, so you don't know where the abyss stops and the ground begins.
I mean, we're near the abyss either way. So, well, let's see exactly what the water is, how much there is.
All right. So you guys continue on towards the water?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
As you continue walking, you hear dripping louder and louder and louder. And yeah, you eventually come to a point where it sort of opens up into a little, like, corridor-esque. And off to one side, there's just stalagmites dripping water at a at a pretty rapid rate into pools underneath them. So sort of a small natural culvert just off to one side. And the water is definitely coming from above.
All right, so follow the water up if we want to go up to the surface. Do we still want to go and, wyvern hunting, or we could go and, try and get some more weird dragon wormling
right
things?
now I feel like
like
making
we were
it.
supposed to.
Yeah.
Or
Right now, I feel like
when we
How
make it
much
to the
making it
surface.
out of.
How much food do you guys have?
I have 10
I
rations.
have never used
And
any
rations.
rations.
Yeah, same
Yeah.
here.
I've got rations, so 10 days.
Right now, I feel like making it out of here alive is priority one, and then then we can figure out whether we're going to do a ridiculously stupid suicide mission and try and kill more of these things, or
do we want to stay in here, though, and find out more about the obsidian?
I mean, what
This
more
is
can
the
we find?
obsidian we knew about. We were just going to ask the local geologists.
I mean, I really hate to acknowledge that Hope has a point, but Hope does have a point.
Okay.
Only in that this is clearly something that is not standard Idosian. And so I don't know that we're necessarily going to get any answers just by asking the geologists, because we're going to say, hey, is there obsidian here? And they're going to say, yes, there is. And we'll have our answer. I feel like...
I thought we were trying to figure out who might be exporting amounts of it.
Perhaps
Yeah.
also find that out for ourselves down here.
Or they're mining it themselves. Who knows?
That's
we're
my
cults.
concern, is that the cultists are taking it themselves.
Yeah.
If they have some other way up to the surface and access to this obsidian down here.
2 birds, 1 stone.
There's a possibility that these obsidian veins from these tubes stretch far and wide from the magma jets that are around here, and some of them jut up against the abyss, which means we may also find that pocket of abyss-touched obsidian that makes up the other half somewhere around here.
DM clarification. I thought we were looking for obsidian that was like spewed by the abyss, like the abyss coughs up stuff.
Yeah.
Or are we looking for obsidian that like the vein reaches the abyss?
I mean, if that's the assumption you want to make, you do the thing that you know is that the thing is made of 2 different kinds of obsidian, one from the abyss, one not.
Okay.
The idea that the abyss might spit out obsidian next to an obsidian vein is not a silly idea.
Okay, that makes sense.
But
That
that
works.
said,
New lands.
we're also down here in an obsidian flow right next to where the abyss opens up. So
Yeah, that works.
looking around is probably not. Well, no, it's the stupidest idea, but it's probably not the worst idea.
And roughly about this point, you guys have been walking for several miles now. So you are probably all very tired. Even Hope's now getting a little bit tired.
We should, however, sleep
Yeah.
at some point.
Yeah.
Yep.
Alright. Well, how do you guys want to set up your watches?
I can go first. I'm not too tired.
Well, people that have light sources take a different watch from those of us who
Yeah.
can see in the dark.
Mm-hmm.
I'll take
I-
last watch.
I will take second watch.
I'll be on first too.
All right.
Sweet.
I'll fill in one of the watches that has dark vision.
So we've
Good.
got Hope and Corbin, who have a light source on the first watch.
Yep.
Mhm.
Selena on the second watch, who has dark vision.
So I'll
And the
go
light
Selena, I
source.
guess.
Nyx is third watch with no light source. Without casting a spell.
I have a candle.
You have a candle.
Well, the spear's gonna be up all the time. So
Just take a spear.
Alright.
Yeah.
So what watch are you going to be on, Bolton?
I guess
So
I
you're
will
third.
take. Honestly, he's very tired. He'll take third watch because
Right.
that gives him a solid block of sleep.
So, everyone finds comfortable places. I'm assuming you're staying next to the water.
Actually, I do have light torches because I have a torch. I have 10
Oh, You have
torches.
torches, that's right.
Yeah.
So yeah, you guys
Yeah.
settle down in the little corridor section where there's only two entrances in it.
Yep.
And find as comfortable as you can get amongst the stalagmites. Find a place to rest. And first watch begins. Hope and Corbin, what you doing? If anything.
So you got hit pretty hard by that big fucking worm.
Mm-hmm. I see
What-
you carved off another piece. Do you just do that all the time for things?
Well, they might pay us
I'm very
for it.
confused. Okay.
I mean, you always gotta.
You have
Have
a skull
proof
now
of
too.
stuff.
You're getting a collection. It's a little morbid.
Yeah, I still don't know what I'm gonna do with that skull.
You could put it on the end of your spear and then the lights would shine out and it'd look really creepy.
Yeah, but then it'd be a blunt spear, which kind of defeats the purpose. But it would.
It'd look kind of
Maybe.
cool.
Yeah, maybe I'll see if I can have Baldrin cast that on the inside of the skull, so the eyes just flame, and I'll have it.
Just
as a
have
trophy.
just have like a
Ooh.
skull lantern, just like
Yeah,
going full
I-
pixels.
I like it.
Yeah, that was a good idea. Thanks.
You're welcome. I'm full of them.
But yeah, what was that about? Was Selena saying that you were corpsey for a minute?
Oh, I got hit pretty hard, and dying is pretty easy.
Yeah, that part's pretty easy, but the waking up after you do it, that part, that's where I'm confused.
Yeah, sometimes stuff happens. I don't know.
Shit happens.
a-
Angels.
Yeah, it's a thing. I got a choice, so
Good enough for me. I was just curious.
Yeah.
Just glaze over that one, yeah.
Yeah,
I love
Corbin
it.
is not a man of intricacies.
I know. I'm so excited.
I love that it was, I got a choice. Okay, cool.
Uh-huh. Yep. Yep.
Like, yes, some creature with the power of life over death gave me a choice.
Mhm.
Oh, I have no problems with that.
Well, obviously you made the right one.
Yeah, I'm here.
Christ.
And I'm not really talkative during the watch because we're not talking.
Oh, that was the extent.
That's the
my-
entire conversation.
Yeah.
All right. So first watch passes pretty uneventfully. Second watch, Selena,
Mm-hmm.
you get up. They go to sleep.
Um. Yeah, I got. No, she's just going to hole up somewhere in a corner where they are, keep watch, and be sullen.
All right, give me a perception check.
I'm camping.
Okay. 0.
Holy fuck.
So, you set up to keep watch, and you hear drip, 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 drip,
Oh
Drip.
god, do you fall back asleep?
drip, drip, and you have got to pee.
All right. Fair enough.
Like that like you're trying to focus on watch, but that fucking water.
So yeah, go find somewhere to use a bathroom.
All right. Say you run back down a tunnel.
I'm gonna die.
And
I'm gonna die in a cavern alone because I had to pee.
Athletics check to piss.
you run back down a cavern and begin to relieve yourself. When you hear rumbling,
Fuck! I go.
and just your pants are like at your knees right now. You're sort of leaning against the wall, crouching, and you just hear.
I mean, I think anybody would stop at that.
Get capable of running and come back to the group.
So yeah, you buckle up real quick, bolt back. Roughly half the way back there, the rumbling stops. You get back to the group. They're fine.
How far into the watch is this?
10 minutes.
All right. Well, nothing disastrous happened yet, so I will settle back down and continue to watch. Not against the wall this time. Just
And about 20 minutes into your watch, nothing happens.
Okay.
40 minutes, nothing happens. And the rest of your watch, nothing happens as well.
Okay.
And so we
Go over, kick Baldrin and gently, not like soccer kick, till he wakes up. Keep kicking.
Dum, dum, dum.
You can stop now.
Oh, go away. Kick, kick, kick. I can't tell.
You know I have a cannon, right?
Yes, I know. It's the reason that we're down here right now.
I'm pretty certain that's not the entire reason, but sure.
So think about this. Our whole plan to lure these creatures nearby was to cause a loud rumbling sound via a spell. In response to that, once they showed up, you started using something that makes an enormous booming sound. Then the big thing showed up, ate the smaller things, and then we all collapsed into a hole. Do you think maybe there's a cause and effect relationship there?
Perhaps, but it may have already been drawn by the first rumbling, considering there was an explosive noise, yes, through the air, and a brief impact noise. Whereas the spell was a quaking of the earth, and it may have simply responded to that one and taken a while longer to get there.
All right, we're all gonna die. Good to know. There was, by the way, some earthquakey sound early in my watch, so please do not fire off that fucking worm magnet,
Worm magnet.
because I don't want to die in my sleep in a cave underneath this hellhole. Thank you. Go lay down and go to sleep.
And Nyx also wakes up for watch.
Yes.
Nyx and Boldrin, what are you guys doing?
Mostly what little refinement that I can do without any like forge, just with the tools that I've got.
There's not much left that you can do by hand. You require a forge for the rest of the work.
In that case, I'll mostly just do detail work, like mostly cosmetic stuff, just dwarven runes on the side of it, and symbology, etc., etc.
Tink, tink, tink. Yeah, you can do that easily enough. That doesn't even require a roll. That's just chiseling out. That's Nyx.
Ritual, meditation, runes,
Yep.
all that.
Right, so the two of you go about your various rituals. And if nothing stops you from that, nothing disturbs your watch, and the watch comes to an end, you all have completed a long rest, gaining all the things that a long rest gains you.
Whoop.
Yay!
And you are all awake.
Just basically nothing except for my spells back. Because I was uninjured and had not spent any hit dice.
Alright.
All right.
All right. So
We're
we
going-
need some. I thought we were investigating.
Yeah,
the
I know. I
Obsidian.
was trying to say, where are we going?
Yeah, I don't know where we're going.
Investigate this shit.
So, what? We try and find like mining activity. We try and find where the obsidians
We're
come
trying
from.
to
I mean,
find
it all
some
looks the same to
evidence
me.
of
So,
human, of sentient.
well, there was this one. I
Um,
saw two. I saw two tunnels that look kind of like smooth. So they may be those magma tubes you were talking about.
Nyx, have you got a sense for the abyss?
Yeah.
Do you think you could point us in the right direction, and I could try and find these obsidian tubes that run near it?
If you let me know essentially where we're looking for, I certainly can, or what
I
plant or animal we're looking for.
I take a look. I take a look at the obsidian wall and try and see if I can figure out just by the tunnel flow, like.
Give me an intelligence history check. Actually, an intelligence nature check. Stone with your stone cunning. So
That would be +4, so 19.
you sort of buff the thing, and you looking at the sort of the striation lines of the obsidian, and just based on the directionality of them and the angle of the tunnel, you imagine that it flowed down. So continuing on through this way would take you to the source of wherever this tunnel was. You could then probably backtrack from that to the source of whatever magma came from there, and continue on.
Oh, the chute source is going to be up that way, I point, and from there it probably branched off whatever the path of least resistance was into multiple different magma chutes, which any one of those could jut up against the abyss. So if we want to start by heading up there and seeing what it branches off to.
That works.
Right, so you continue up the corridor. Who's in the lead?
I'm kind of following the obsidian, so I'm near the front at the very least.
Aldrin and Corbin, and then probably Hope and Nyx right behind.
Mm-hmm.
Selena and 5 in the back.
Yep.
Right. So you continue down. You continue up the hallway as it rises, gradually rises and gradually rises, and after a few minutes, you start to hear the sound of heavy breathing. And
How heavy?
pretty heavy. And as you sort of round a corner and look where you sort of hit a corner where the obsidian tube turns, you round the corner and look, and as you do, the light from the fire on Corbin's spear glitters against what seems to be a mound of gold and silver. And atop this mound of gold and silver, sleeping, lays a large, stone-scaled cave dragon. And at that point, we're going to call an end for tonight.
Slowly backing away.
Thank you to Cat
But the
Waterflame.
money.
Thank you to Cat Waterflame for the 165 bits, and say goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
I'm gonna die.
Goodbye.
Well.